Okay, so you figured out what you want to do with your life. You've kind of navigated all these different possibilities and you found your thing. And so surely now it's just going to be all sunshine and rainbows. You're just going to do what you want to do. And you're just going to focus on the thing you want to achieve, that goal, that mission, that purpose. But in reality, it doesn't work like this. What happens even after you find out what you want to do with your life, you're still going to waver in your motivation. Sometimes you're going to be really pulled towards it, and other times you're going to just not feel the urge to push forward. And this is going to be varying. Your passion for this project, for this goal is going to vary. And just understand that this process is natural. It's all part of the hero's journey. Initially, when you figure out what you want to do with your life, you figure out this goal, this mission, you're going to reject it. You're going to not want to jump fully into it, because any goal that's worthwhile means your identity is going to be destroyed in the process of achieving that goal. And so what this looks like practically in our day-to-day lives is fear. You're going to feel a lot of fear in any goal. Like any worthwhile goal that you have is going to come with a lot of fear. You're not going to want to change. Your identity is going to want to stay the way it is. Because to achieve that goal would mean to be born anew, to become a whole different person. You yourself right now can't achieve this goal that you want. And so you have to die. Your ego has to die in the process. And so you're going to not want this. You're going to refuse this for a long, long time potentially. And then eventually you're going to realize that you have no choice but to venture forward. There's no point doing anything else apart from kind of moving forward into this goal. And if it is a meaningful goal to you, if it is something that resonates, no matter how many times your motivation kind of drops, you're always going to come back to it. There's never going to be a point where you're just like, okay, like I'm going to forget about this forever. You might fall into different interests every now and then, or maybe you get really focused on something else, but you're always going to keep coming back to this goal and you're always going to keep making progress, and your commitment is going to keep getting deeper and deeper and deeper into this goal as time goes on. As you fall away, as you come back, every single time it's going to reinforce that feeling of purpose, that feeling of meaning, that feeling of this is the right thing for me. This is what I actually want to do. There's also a very practical side of keeping on track with this mission that you have. This is a foundational concept that you need to understand if you want to be consistent with anything in your life. And that is that the inputs that you receive directly correlate to your actions. So if you're watching a bunch of movies, films, shows, and other media that are unrelated to your goal, you are not going to generate thoughts about your goals. And if you don't generate thoughts about your goals, you don't generate actions to do with your goals. Naturally, a part of staying on track with your purpose is to consume content, information, speak to people that is related to your goal, that is orientated around your goal. And so you just are generating thoughts about this mission in your free time. And so you stay motivated. Discipline isn't forcing yourself to do things. Motivation isn't forcing yourself to do things. It's simply the ability to hold a thought in your mind for a prolonged period of time. And the way to hold a thought is to really carefully craft your environment so it reflects back what you want to achieve, what your goals are. And so what this looks like is you can have a vision board, your phone wallpaper, you have a friend group or a group of people that you meet up with that is somehow related to your goal. All these different things in your environment can just keep pointing you back to your goal. And if you have a really nice environment, and if you don't consume like a bunch of unrelated stuff, you're going to stay on track. You're going to be disciplined. You're going to have motivation. So that's about it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you need help executing or finding your purpose, or you want to join a community of like-minded people, check out the links down below. That's about it. And as always, peace and love.